The countdown is on. 30 men, 1 winner, 1 opportunity to become champion at WrestleMania. Who will be the one left standing? Who will emerge as champion? The legend? The architect? The machine? The alpha? And waiting in the wings, young, hungry, willing to do what it takes to get to the top, to lead into the future.
You never know who's gonna show up in the Royal Rumble match. 30 wrestlers enter, only one can win and go to WrestleMania. Each of these guys wants to be champion. Who wants it the most? Chaos all around this ring. They are all fighting with heart, blood, sweat and tears, moments away from realizing their destiny. Who will be the one? Who will win the Royal Rumble? Important show of the year, because the winner of tonight's Royal Rumble match gets a life-changing opportunity in a title match at WrestleMania. You are looking live. We are here at the Royal Rumble, and we are going to kick things off with Metal's top prize being defended for the first time ever. The Metalweight Championship on the line tonight, as the challenger is about to make his way to the ring. Y2J, Chris Jericho, as the clock counts down, is time ticking for Samoa Joe. Chris Jericho won a 6-pack challenge 2 weeks ago on Metal to earn this opportunity for the Metalweight title, and he is making history here tonight by being the first ever man to challenge for that championship. Jericho has a lot of fans here tonight. In fact, it was in the Metal G1 Climax where Chris Jericho made it to the B Block final. Who was the man who defeated him in that match? The man he's about to face tonight, Samoa Joe. And as mentioned before, this is a rematch of the G1 Climax B-Block final, where Samoa Joe remained undefeated throughout the tournament. He defeated Chris Jericho on that occasion. However, tonight, Jericho is more fired up than ever. And you hear the ovation that the Metalweight champion is getting. He won that title in the G1 Climax, defeating AJ Styles in the final to become the inaugural champion. And he has his first title defense here tonight against Y2J. Joe has already defeated Jericho. However, Jericho has learned from his mistakes, and he is not ready to make those mistakes yet again. Joe looks at that championship that he holds proudly. Samoa Joe has been unbeaten since the last WrestleMania. Is Jericho gonna knock Joe off his perch, I should say. There's a chop from Jericho to start this match off. Jericho on the second rope, but Joe, cool as you like, just waltzes out of the way of it. With a big slap from Jericho, trying to piss off Samoa Joe, and he's done that. Joe will throw his shots, because he is security, but now Jericho going for the walls, but kicked away. Joe off the ropes with a drop kick from Chris Jericho. And we heard what Jericho had to say this past week on Metal, saying Joe would never ever be the same again after this match. He may be right. Cross body from the top rope, hooks the outside leg, but a kick out from Samoa Joe. And Joe now gets the low bridged out. And there's an apron drive-by drop kick from Jericho, sends the champion down. And what a way to kick off the Royal Rumble tonight! Samoa Joe driving Jericho head first into the steel steps and then into the ring apron. Now Samoa Joe, the 300-pounder, looking to fly, running off the ropes, but Jericho comes back in with a heel kick, stopping Jericho from getting pummeled by Joe. Goes for a suplex, but a snap neck, chop to the spine, and a boot, and a knee drop to the face of the challenger. And now going to work over Jericho's knee with a submission hold here, stretching out the ligaments, but Jericho knees himself free. And a big chop from Y2J again, but look at the power of Samoa Joe, not even faced by the whip, but a boot up from Jericho, who's now on the second rope. Axe handle doesn't fool the champion, but a big time power slam in for the cover, but another kick out from Chris Jericho. Samoa Joe has had his problems with the NLW, well, I should say the Metal Commissioner, as of late, Kevin Owens. Owens feels he's been disrespected by Joe, but Joe is the champion, and he represents his brand. And there you saw the power of Samoa Joe, catching Chris Jericho in midair and delivering a belly-to-belly suplex, and a second one, this time compressing Y2J's spine into the turnbuckle. Y2J trying to catch his breath, but in the meantime, there's a boot thrust to Jericho. And Joe going to try and suplex his man back in, but instead a victory roll, has a leg hook, could catch him out, no! Catches Jericho with the clutch, maybe, no. Jericho gets to the ropes in the nick of time. Y2J in the corner. Big elbow. Follows it up with an enziguri. Jericho still on his feet, only by the ropes. But Hangman, there's the gun stun. And Y2J with a bulldog, Lionsault lands on his feet, ducks the clothesline, delivers an NZ, now goes for a Lionsault again. Oh God! What a boot from Samoa Joe! Cracking boot from Joe, running off the ropes, and there's a Tope Suicida. Tope Suicida from the 300-pound man flying at Jericho. And just like that, the tables have turned for the Metalweight champion as he regains control of the contest. Our opening contest here at the Royal Rumble, as we take a look again at the replay. The Lionsault caught in mid-air with that kick and followed up with a swift tope to the outside. The best tope in the business, in my opinion. Y2J got drilled with an elbow and then a release German. And Joe, relentless as he pummels the challenger for his Metalweight championship. A German suplex, a dragon suplex, looks for the straight jacket. But Y2J rolls through. Looking for the walls of Jericho, trying to get those massive tree trunk-like legs of Joe turned over. But alas, the power of Joe, and now Coquina clutch connected. Coquina clutch, but a jawbreaker. Y2J back on his feet, but a Uranagi, followed up with a senton, in for the cover, but a kick out by Jericho. A fast-paced contest. We expected nothing less. Their last match on Metal in the B-Block G1 final was a classic, and this one is no exception. Follows up with a Lionsault, moves the outside leg, but a kick out from the champion. Samoa Joe kicks out in the nick of time. And we may be drawing near to the end of this one. There's Jericho with a heel kick. The champion grounded. Y2J with the monkey flip into the corner. And a drop kick to the spine. Jericho, relentless, not waiting or wasting any precious time to get on the champion. But instead, there is Samoa Joe to stop Y2J on the top. And is he going to go for a power slam from the top rope maybe? No, he's not. A turnaround into the tornado DDT from the top rope. And that move spiking Samoa Joe right into the canvas. But Chris Jericho doesn't have the stamina right now to follow up on it. Look at that again. That top rope power slam turned around into the tornado DDT, and now is the time for Jericho to capitalise. Samoa Joe's on his feet. Gonna go for the code breaker but caught. Now the muscle buster. And a DDT. DDTs himself free of the muscle buster. Now Y2J comes off the ropes and gets clattered with that clothesline that turns him inside out. Now both men have taken each other's best, and they are both down. Y2J with a stiff punch, but a stiff strike from Joe. And a boot from Jericho. And another boot from Joe. Y2J on his feet, goes to the clothesline, goes straight into that coquina clutch. And it's applied in the centre of the ring. Can Y2J fight free? Rolls through into the walls of Jericho. Walls of Jericho. And with that knee driven into the spine, it's even more deadly. It's in the Lion Tamer now. The Lion Tamer from Chris Jericho. Pulling back on the legs and driving that knee into the spine. Samoa Joe near the ropes, and he gets there just in time. Samoa Joe in trouble now. Chris Jericho looking to follow up, runs off the ropes and comes crashing down. Flying over the top with a Pescado. And wastes no time. Following up on the champion, the challenger, looking to become the second man to hold the Metalweight title. But gets caught with the lariat in midair and picked up again for the coquina clutch. If Samoa Joe falls back and has that clutch, he will retain the championship. Jericho in trouble, but steps up, has the pin, but a kick out. A kick out from Joe. That was close though. Inches away. Now Y2J wants to follow up and... Wait a minute, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? That's Skeleton Anderson, and there's Samatonga. And it's Finn Balor. What the hell is he doing here? I thought the Balor Club was suspended. And now on the outside, the Tongan twist. And now what the hell are they doing here? The Balor Club was suspended after breaking into Kevin Owens' office. What are they doing here? And then the coup de grace, stomping in the sternum of the champion Samoa Joe. Well, the last time we saw Balor, he was demanding a Metalweight title match. Instead, he was suspended, and now he's here to ruin this Metalweight title match and the Bloody Sunday on the steel steps. Y2J taken out. Samoa Joe taken out. And what the hell is this about? Ruining this awesome championship encounter between two of the best on metal. The Balor Club return to cause chaos. And there is no... What the hell is this now? What the hell is this now? Don't tell me got the briefcase in hand, and he clutches it off the skull of Joe. Mr. Money in the Bank, Tetsuya Naito. He retired Shawn Michaels last week. And he hands over the briefcase, and yes! We got an impromptu Metalweight title match here at the Royal Rumble. Destino! And we have a new champion! Naito is your brand new Metalweight champion, my God! He cashes in Money in the Bank, and he walks out of here as the brand new Metalweight champion. Samoa Joe gets screwed over. Chris Jericho gets screwed over by the Balor Club. Well, we'll take a look at this again. It looked like Jericho was about to win until the Balor Club interfered. And then an all-out assault on both competitors, causing a double disqualification and no contest. And that allowed Naito to run out, seize his opportunity, cash in Money in the Bank, and win the Metalweight Championship. He has fulfilled his destiny at the expense of Samoa Joe and Chris Jericho here. And cocky as ever, Tetsuya Naito leaves the Royal Rumble as the brand new Middleweight Champion. And this is only our first match of the evening. Well, he strikes a pose for the viewing audience all around the world. Samoa Joe's reign is short-lived. His unbeaten run is over. Tetsuya Naito is the new Metalweight Champion. My goodness, well, what a match. What a situation to happen. And we've still got all this to come. The women's title on the line up next. Rosemary puts the title on the line against Bayley. And also the tag titles on the line. The Hardy Boys defend against the New Day and the Revival. All this and more up next. And Matt Hardy, a lot of questions surrounding him as of late. First of all, gets knocked out by the Revival. Goes on hiatus, goes missing. Apparently he's had amnesia. He's back now, after being put in a lake of reincarnation. However, the Hardy Boys have had their fair share of obstacles to overcome. However, they've managed to do it. Can they do it again tonight and retain the NLW Tag Team titles? I see the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy, but I don't see any sign of his brother Matt. As mentioned before, Matt Hardy, not quite his usual self, and you're about to see why. Normally, he's the broken one. He is woken, but seems to think he's some sort of internet sensation these days. Had one too many hits to the head, and now he thinks he's V1 again. Although despite his mental troubles, he's looking better than ever, physically. And maybe that's a good thing for the Hardys heading into this triple threat tag match. Hang on a minute. The Revival getting the jump on Jeff Hardy. Scott Dawson throwing Jeff into the announce table, tackling Matt, and now stomping away on him. And the bell is rung, and we haven't even got our third team in yet. The New Day don't want to be left out of the action. Here they come, Xavier Woods and Big E about to run to the ring. Jeff Hardy's been taken out, and now the Revival taking Big E off the apron. The Revival hold a victory over the NLW Tag Team Champions. That happened several weeks ago on episode 63, and the New Day came very close to defeating the Hardys at Zero Fear. But now these two challenging teams battling each other as the Hardy Boys try and recoup. And here comes Jeff Hardy with the poetry in motion over the steel steps, and now the twist of fate, rather the side effect that time, to Xavier Woods. And he may be V1, he may not be broken anymore, but they're still on the same page. The Hardy Boys with a double team dive. But there's Dash Wilder to break up the action, and a brainbuster to Matt Hardy. And Dawson on the outside What the hell are they going to do to V1? Oh my god! Shatter Machine to the outside! The Shatter Machine to Matt Hardy as he gets thrown to the outside. And look into his eyes, he doesn't know where he is. And here comes Xavier Woods with a toe on Hero over the top, crashing onto Dawson. But I'm still worried about Matt after that vicious Shatter Machine over the top rope. And Jeff Hardy with a drop kick. And it looks like Jeff Hardy's going to have to fight it alone here. Matt Hardy's been knocked loopy. And there's Big E clashing in. Oh, but had the knees up. Knees up from Jeff. Battling on the outside as Jeff comes over the top. Using Big E as a springboard to launch himself at Xavier Woods in the Revival. And Jeff going to go back on the apron and wait a minute, there's Big E and Big E! With a humongous spear from the inside of the ring to the outside to Jeff Hardy. Risking his body for the NLW Tag Team titles. They came close at Zero Fear. Can they win those titles tonight? Here at the Royal Rumble, he's calling Woods over. The Revival have been knocked down for the moment. On his shoulders, looking for that big ending. But instead, the Revival stop Xavier Woods and now the twist of fate from Jeff Hardy. And Jeff, on the top rope, gonna go for the swanton, but the Revival pull Big out of the way. And Jeff Hardy crashes and burns. The Revival beat the Hardys a few weeks ago. And are they going to beat them now? Yes! The Shatter Machine! But here's Matt! Matt Hardy back on his feet in the twist of fate. V1! Oh my god, look at his hair! And he strikes a pose! A wonderful pose! And broken Matt Hardy is back! That Shatter Machine must have knocked him back into his broken state! And he's battling Dawson to the back! And what the hell? It's Kofi! And Woods in with the collar! And we are new NLW Tag Team Champions! The New Day have done it! The New Day have pinned the Hardys! And it's thanks to that man, Kofi Kingston! Well, a few weeks ago, the New Day faced the Riot Squad, and you saw them look at Kofi in the eye. We'll take a look at the replay first. The Shatter Machine knocked Matt Hardy back into his broken state. Looked as if the New Day were going to do it. However, Matt Hardy breaking up the pin on the Revival, returning to his broken state, and then Trouble in Paradise from Kofi Kingston. He's back and he's with the New Day. Kofi Kingston in recent months has been riding along with the Riot Squad, and it looks as if Kofi has defected to his brothers in arms, the New Day, helping them win the NLW Tag Team titles. And Jeff Hardy can't believe it, he's in the ring, shell-shocked. Matt Hardy, his head's all over the place and it cost them tonight. Jeff Hardy walking out of here without the tag titles. The New Day, the power of positivity pays off. They are your new NLW Tag Team Champions. Well, more titles on the line up next. The Women's Championship on the line. Rosemary puts the title she won from Sasha Banks, and she puts it on the line against Sasha Banks' best friend Bayley. However, Sasha Banks and Bayley's friendship has been brought into question as of late. Wait a minute. Wait, what the hell? Well, that's Bayley. And she's in no condition to compete. She's been attacked, and there's Sasha to try and help Bayley. I have a feeling I know who did this. Naomi and Tamina, in my opinion. Then again, it could just as well have been Rosemary. However, I'm sure that Rosemary wanted to come out here and have a fight. I don't think she would have done this. Well, she's about to make her way to the ring as the women's champion for our scheduled women's title match, but as you just saw, Bayley is in no condition to compete. Bayley being checked over by the trainer and Sasha Banks. And Bayley's had her issues with Naomi and Tamina. And Naomi and Tamina have also been helping Sasha Banks, and, well, Bayley's not competing. But Rosemary wants to fight. The women's champion wants a fight. She is in the ring, and she wants to wrestle here. And is she going to get the chance to? Oh my. Well, we've seen for the past 7 weeks on Metal, the hype for this woman. The flame has been freed, and Ember Moon has arrived. Ember Moon makes her presence felt here at the Royal Rumble. Well, Rosemary came in tonight expecting to defend her championship against Bayley, but what she's getting instead is a visit from one of the top prospects in the women's division on Metal. There's been a lot of hype surrounding this woman. Rosemary knows that as well. Oh, she tried to spit blood in the eyes. Tried to spit blood at Ember Moon, but Ember moved out of the way and watch out for the Eclipse. Eclipsing Rosemary. And he's Ember Moon here to eclipse the title reign of the women's champion Rosemary. Well, when one door closes for Bayley, who has apparently been attacked in the backstage area, another opportunity presents itself for Ember Moon to make her presence felt here at the expense of Rosemary. The Empress is here, making a statement at the expense of Rosemary. Well, still to come tonight. In fact, up next, the NLW World title is on the line. The Architect versus the Hitman. Rollins versus Bret Hart. The World title on the line next. Seth Rollins putting the World Championship on the line against Pentagon Jr. And he just had his arm snapped in two. But Seth Rollins finds a way. And despite getting a broken arm, Seth Rollins is still your NLW World Champion. And Rollins has been outspoken about the fact that he believes Daniel Bryan should get a shot at the world title. After all, Bryan has built up an impressive set of victories in the past few weeks. What the hell is he doing here? Bret Hart has shown up at the arena and he is beating up everyone in the backstage area looking for Stone Cold Steve Austin. He wants a shot at the world title. But Daniel Bryan comes to the aid of Tyler Bate. Next week it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Bret Hart. The winner faces Seth Rollins for the world title at the Royal Rumble. And Bret Hart has been very arrogant. But Bryan with the toe, no! Caught with the sharpshooter. And Daniel Bryan has to tap. Bret Hart is your number one contender. And despite Seth Rollins having his arm in a sling, he is still ready for the Royal Rumble. It is the excellence of execution versus the Architect. Seth Rollins wants to burn it down at the Rumble. Bret Hart, the Hitman, wants to take Rollins Championship. Bret Hart, a veteran of the sport. Seth Rollins, a young up-and-comer, but that arm has to come into play when you consider the damage that has been done. Bret Hart trying to get an advantage before the Rumble. Seth Rollins, will that arm hold up? Rollins versus Hart, NLW title on the line. And the arm injury of Seth Rollins has to play a factor in this championship match, and Bret Hart knows this. He has been taking advantage of that. You saw it in the contract signing. But Bret Hart does not need to use underhanded tactics, because as he so rightly says, he's the best there is, the best there was, and quite possibly the best there ever will be. Here he comes now with his trademark sunglasses, cool as you like, ready for the biggest opportunity of his NLW career thus far. He returned on episode 63, demanding to speak to Commissioner Stone Cold Steve Austin regarding a championship match. And despite only having a handful of matches in NLW prior, he is walking into the Rumble as the challenger, and could we be seeing him walking out as the champion? Not if this man has anything to do with it. He is the architect, and could he be the one to shoot down the Hitman? Here comes the NLW World Champion. This is Seth freaking Rollins. He won that championship way back at WrestleMania, and he wants to go into WrestleMania to defend it. He has defeated the likes of Edge, Pentagon Jr. and others in his title reign thus far, and now he wants to add the Hitman Bret Hart to that list. And Hart and Rollins face to face right now. Seth Rollins was openly critical of Bret Hart several weeks ago, saying you can't just walk in and demand opportunities, you gotta earn them. However, Bret Hart has earned this right to face Rollins here tonight by defeating Daniel Bryan several weeks back. And the matchup is underway. A headlock from Seth Rollins, who has taken down another headlock. And a shoulder block takedown from the technician Bret Hart, but Rollins slides under. Leapfrogs over, and a beautiful drop kick from Rollins. Knocks Bret Hart loopy, now goes for a hip toss. Turned around, the hip toss lands on his feet, and another headlock takeover. And this is surprising from Seth Rollins, matching Bret Hart in a technician's game early on. There you see the arm drag and a crucifix bomb, beautifully executed from Bret Hart, and thus slowing the pace down to his style. Seth Rollins is as quick as a cat, and the Hitman is going to look to try and evade that quickness, as you saw there. Had the headlock and grabbed him by the hair. Bret Hart does not care if these fans like him or not. He wants to win the world title. There's a blockbuster from Seth Rollins, taking the Hitman down. But Bret on the outside, sunset flip in for the cover. And now it's Rollins' turn with a pinfall, and he went for a power bomb but didn't have the strength in that arm to hold him. As mentioned, he's been injured, but now going for the ripcord knee, but turned around into a vicious chop from Bret Hart, who goes for a suplex, but turned into a snap suplex, hooks the outside leg, and Seth Rollins has done his homework here on Bret Hart, and now going to pick the ankle and try and wear down a body part. Rollins knows what he's up against Bret Hart, but Bret Hart doing the exact same thing, picking the ankle, and now a hip lock. But got turned around and sent to the outside via his own momentum. And now Rollins, with the knee from the apron, takes out Bret. And Bret Hart with the uppercut now, and a snap German, rather a snap suplex on the floor from Bret Hart. And throws Seth Rollins, the world champ, right into the ring post. And look at this, he wants to attack the legs for the sharpshooter, but here comes Rollins, now he hits it. A powerbomb right into the steel steps. And throwing the challenger back in. Seth Rollins now utilising more of a high-flying game with another blockbuster from the second rope. An apt pay-per-view for Rollins to be competing at. He won the last Royal Rumble, entering at number 1 and winning the whole thing. But right there, he was not winning. Got his leg kicked out from under him, and a DDT from Bret, followed by an elbow from the deadliest rope, Bret's rope, the second rope there. And Bret Hart now with that leg and the dragon screw, and a stop to that knee. Seth Rollins planted on the top rope as well, And again working over the knee of Rollins. Bret Hart trying to set out for that sharpshooter, which he used to defeat Daniel Bryan to earn this opportunity. But Rollins near the ropes. And Bret Hart backing off. He doesn't want to get disqualified. He wants to win that championship, but backdrop to the floor. Rollins had him scouted, but you can see he's holding that knee and trying to mount a comeback, shaking it off. Tope Suicida and another suicide dive. Go for the trifecta and a third one. Seth Rollins on fire here. The world champion rebounding off the ropes. And like Speedy Gonzalez, runs at Bret Hart and takes him out. And Bret going back in. Take a look at this. I think the last one had the most impact on it, and you heard the sickening thud of Bret Hart's spine against the barricade. And now back to live action, and Bret viciously whipped into the turnbuckle. All the compression on his chest. And Seth follows it up with a sling blade. Rollins is looking very good here. But so is Bret Hart. What a transition with the arm drag. But there's Rollins to kick himself free. But Bret back to his feet and a clubbing blow to the spine. Now victory roll. In for the cover, but another roll through from Rollins has him covered. But now on his feet going for the slam. But Rollins turns it into a small package. And another kick out from Bret Hitman Hart. It has been very even thus far. Vicious uppercut and a kick, a massive clothesline. Big Western lariat from the Hitman, and both men are now down. Turning Seth Rollins inside out and stomping on the spine again. And Bret picks him up and a vicious whip. Rollins turned up again. And Bret follows him. Does not waste any time. Not going to showboat. Immediately goes for the top rope superplex. Driving Rollins from the top. In for the cover. But a kick out and possibly a mistake from Bret not to hit the leg. Perhaps he's fatigued after the high-flying, fast-paced offense that Rollins is bringing. But the world champion just got driven into the knee of Bret Hart and floats over with a neck snap. Bret Hart has faced legends like Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect. The list goes on in his legendary career, and tonight, for the first time ever, he faces the world champion Seth Rollins and has the opportunity to become the top star in this company. And then Zagiri by Seth Rollins with a code red. Code red, could he be doing it? No. Not about to retain the title just yet. But Bret Hart on the outside, on the apron, following that code red out of nowhere. But Bret is there, has the champion held. And now taken to the outside. And Bret Hart wants to suplex Rollins off the ring apron to the floor, does he? But a suplex on the apron and a Falcon Arrow to the floor below. What a transition from Seth Rollins. The Falcon Arrow to the floor. Well, that took a lot out of the champion, who's currently holding his spine. Not as much as Bret, mind you. Look at this again. The hardest part of the ring. You've been told it enough times. Bret felt it firsthand with that suplex and then the Falcon Arrow onto the floor. Bret doesn't know where he is, but drags the arm, the injured arm of Rollins into the ring post and then drop kicks the steel stairs. And his knee is caught. His knee is caught between the apron and the steel. And Bret stomps the stairs again. And now Bret once again working over the knee. And the figure four leg lock on the ring post. And we saw Bret Hart do this to Tyler Bate a few weeks ago. And he's doing it to the champion Seth Rollins tonight. Now Bret goes in again, wasting no time whatsoever. Is now the time to apply the sharpshooter and win this match. No, it's not. Rollins kicks himself free. And a snap decision making from Bret Hart to deliver the side Russian leg sweep. And Bret trying to maintain his composure. And he kicks the leg right out from under Seth Rollins. Now on the top rope. What is he planning here? But Rollins backdrops him to the floor from the top rope. And now Rollins climbs to the top. A move of desperation behind from the Phoenix Splash. There's the leg. But a kick out from Bret. A move out of desperation there from the champion, who hears the Phoenix Splash. Now wants to go for the buckle bomb, but look at that. Both his knee and his arm are knackered. And he punts the arm, and now an armbar. And remember the injury that Seth Rollins suffered in his last title defense against Pentagon Jr. at Zero Fear. He is still suffering. He's only just been medically cleared to compete. But picks him up. What a string for Rollins with a buckle bomb. And the shooting star press standing to Seth Rollins, I should say from Rollins to Bret Hart, who is now in trouble. And Rollins wants to hit that curb stomp that he used to win the world title. No, Bret catches the boot. Go for the sharpshooter. Kicked himself free. But now hacks out the knee. And Rollins does a full 180 twist. Have to get his leg hacked out. Now going for the sharpshooter. Bret says it's over. But look at the strength of Rollins with a flatliner. Followed up with a German. Going for the ripcord knee, but caught. And here it is. Ripcord knee. The Revolution turned into the sharpshooter. And Seth Rollins can feel the tendons in his knees snapping as the Hitman wrenches on those legs. Can the champion make it to the ropes in the nick of time? Can he? No, he can't. He's dragged back to the center of the ring. But look at Seth trying to reverse the pressure. And look at this. Small package. Small package. No. Bret Hart kicks out. Bret trying to get back to his feet. But look at that. Presses Seth Rollins over. And a mule kick to the groin. I don't think the referee saw it. Otherwise he would have disqualified Bret. And look at Bret now standing on that injured arm. Well, the sharpshooter is taking its toll on Seth Rollins. He's got two bad knees. But one of them just cracked him in the skull. And he gets a hand on the bottom rope. The Revolution knee out of nowhere. It would have done it had it been in the center of the ring, but Bret Hart, the legend, knew where he was in the ring and had a hand on the bottom rope. He's got two knackered knees and possibly a broken nose after that boot into the face. And what the hell is this? Bret Hart on the top rope with Seth Rollins, who is desperately trying to fight himself free. And the Frankensteiner. Rollins tries to shake off the damage. Can he hit it? Yes, he can. Curb stomp to Bret, and this one's over. Bret Hart succumbs to the curb stomp, and still your world champion is the assassin who slayed the Hitman, Seth freaking Rollins. And he holds that championship proudly, although the doctor is going to have his work cut out for him at the end of this match when Seth goes back to the trainer's room. Well, the sharpshooter was turned into a small package. Then I thought that Rollins was knocked out from that boot. However, the top rope gutbuster was turned around into the Frankensteiner, and then finally, that curb stomp, the very last ounce of strength that Rollins had in that knee, he used it to put away Bret Hart. And he still is the NLW World Champion, but Bret has not left, and, well, holding out that hand to signify respect, perhaps. And he's done it. Well, after all that Bret Hart has done, it is a great sign of sportsmanship for him to outstretch the hand and admit that Seth Rollins was the better man here tonight. But what an incredible match between two of the best in the world today. Seth Rollins defeats Bret Hart and is still your NLW World Champion. Well, folks, we are not done here tonight. we still have our 30-man Royal Rumble match to come. Who is going to face their brand champion at WrestleMania 4? Find out. It's coming up next, the Royal Rumble. 30 men, only one can win. The question is though, who is going to start this contest? Well, we have our answer. And will his time be now to win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania? Entry number 1 is the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. Cena, believe it or not, competing in his first ever NLW Royal Rumble match despite being a company legend. He is a former world champion and he wants to go back to WrestleMania and win back the World Championship, which he held in the early days of this company. As he stands in the ring, we're waiting at Roman number 2. And if you're John Cena, you do not want to be hearing this music. The world's most dangerous man, about to make his way to the ring. Number 2, Ken Shamrock. Shamrock, from the Metal brand, this past week laid waste to Braun Strowman, throwing the giant man over the top rope. And if those two men cross paths tonight, we could be seeing the same fate for Braun Strowman, but Shamrock has to get by John Cena first. And Cena will not be going down without a fight, that is for certain. And the Royal Rumble matchup now underway, the 4th NLW Royal Rumble. As Cena has the early advantage, but there's a headlock by Shamrock, who gets taken down, and now Cena has him set up. Gonna go for 5-knuckle shuffle early, but here comes Ken Shamrock, picking the ankle, and now the ankle lock applied onto John Cena. But of course no submissions in this match, but can wear down Cena early on here. It's a smart strategy from Ken Shamrock. Stay away from the top rope as much as possible. There's a belly-to-belly suplex from Shamrock, the former UFC champion, going one-on-one at the moment with the former NLW champion. Has Cena, but Cena now, look at the attitude adjustment. But instead, there's Shamrock with the ankle lock. And we're going to get entry number 3 momentarily here, as the ankle lock is applied, and now hear the music of Captain Charisma himself, Christian along with Edge, won a tag team qualifying match against American Alpha, cheating to win that match and enter themselves into the Royal Rumble, and now go for the unprettier. But Christian could not get it. Instead he's over the top rope, but manages to skin the cat and stays in this one momentarily. And Christian, wisely or cowardly, depending on your opinion of him, is opting to stay away and let Cena and Shamrock fight it out. Almost had him suplexed out there. But Cena now suplexes Ken Shamrock over onto Christian there, and now Christian in trouble. John Cena on the top rope with the leg drop across the back of the neck of Christian, and there's a penalty kick from Ken Shamrock, who now awaits number 4 in this 4th annual Royal Rumble match. And the crowd roars for the arrival of the man-beast, Rhino, who is now sprinting to the ring. Shamrock there to meet him though, and calls him. A goal to Shamrock, as now Rhino goes after John Cena in the corner there, tries to eliminate him, but Cena creates some separation, and now Rhino goes Cena. Metal's man-beast now gets all the momentum on his side, but here comes Christian from behind. Throws him over the top, but Rhino hangs on, and Christian thinks that Rhino is gone, but he is wrong! A goal to Christian. And see you bye. Our first elimination of this Royal Rumble match goes to Rhino, and it's at the expense of Christian. Better luck next time, mate. But here comes Shamrock now. Belly to belly throw. Once again, takes him down, but a clothesline takes down Shamrock. Cena taking down Shamrock, and here is the music of the plucky young underdog, only 22 years old as this kid, Tyler Bate. British strong style member, and now there is bop and bang right to the jaw of John Cena, and oh, he went for a handspring. We got caught into the FU position, but no, a gore from Rhino, and there's a shooting star press from Tyler Bate. Bate has been in the ring with the likes of Will Ospreay and Bret Hart in his short NLW career, but here tonight, can he pull off the upset and win the Royal Rumble? He gets choked out by Shamrock, but clips up, uppercut, and Simon Driver 97. The fact that that kid is pretty much the same age as me terrifies me, to be honest, folks. He is so good at such a young age. But this guy is so good for a different reason, because he can catch you out of nowhere with the Diamond Cutter. Here comes Diamond Dallas Page. Here comes DDP, who actually debuted for NLW in our last Royal Rumble match. So he is no stranger to this environment, and now goes for the Diamond Cutter on Cena. Cena, though, has a punch blocked and a discus lariat from Page. Tyler Bate is being waited on by Dallas. Goes for the Diamond Cutter, but on the shoulders, and now here he comes. Airplane spin. May want a doggy bag after this one. Oh my lord! Look at the freaky strength of Tyler Bate with a double airplane spin. And now on the shoulders of Bate, but turned into a Diamond Cutter. Diamond Cutter to Bate as Page tries to get his bearings about him after that vicious airplane spin, and well, here's a man who last time at WrestleMania walked in as champion, and he was the runner-up in our last Royal Rumble. The Ultimate Opportunist Edge looking to make the most of this opportunity by winning the Rumble, but his tag team partner Christian has already been eliminated, so Edge is going to have to go it alone. But anyway, it is every man for himself, so it wouldn't exactly matter if Christian was here. However, Edge may not spend very long in this match. Shamrock looked for the belly to belly. We got turned around to the Execution DDT. And now on the shoulders, are we going to see an Attitude Adjustment? No! Turned into a Diamond Cutter from out of nowhere. And Cena gets taken out. And Page is on fire here. But here comes Edge from behind to dump out DDP. Former NLW champion. In fact, Edge was the last NLW World Champion before Seth Rollins took it from him at WrestleMania. And there's that kick. Rolling kick from Tyler Bate. Knocking down Edge. And the Rated R Superstar knocked loopy. As you see Tyler Bate with the ankle lock. And I have a feeling that this Royal Rumble is about to become glorious. Here comes Bobby Roode. Roode only debuted in NLW a short while ago, but has already picked up an impressive victory over AJ Styles this past week on Metal. So he's got momentum on his side and picks up Rhino on his shoulders for the Roode Bomb. And there is a deadlift German suplex from Tyler Bate to Bobby Roode. Edge, meanwhile, working over John Cena, tries to eliminate him. And remember, in this Royal Rumble match, you're going to see an interpromotional clash from several of the wrestlers, both NLW and Metal, represented in this match. As Roode from Metal stomps Cena from the NLW brand, and there's a glorious DDT to the leader of C Nation. As you can see, Tyler Bate having a foot of Ken Shamrock driven into his esophagus. Now Bobby Roode tries to eliminate John Cena here. Edge, meanwhile, biding his time on the other side. And that's the music of the Aerial Assassin. Here comes Will Ospreay in his first NLW Royal Rumble match. There's a Hurricane Rana from Ospreay. And Ospreay with a handspring kick. He is looking to enter his first WrestleMania into the main event and leave his first WrestleMania as the NLW World Champion. at the start of the X Division. Nearly gets eliminated by Edge, who tries to get rid of Ospreay. But Ospreay drives the back of his skull into Edge's face. Could have broken his nose as Ospreay now precarious on that top rope. Edge is down. And there's the inverted 450, the 054 connected onto Edge. Cena in trouble too. Goes for that poison rana, but now caught on the shoulders. And where is Tyler Bate going? Ospreay on the shoulders of Cena. But there's a big uppercut. Electric chair drop. And Ospreay's down. And many more bodies are about to hit the floor, because here comes the man with zero fear, Sarah Miedo Pentagon Jr. with a backflip powerbomb to Tyler Bate. And now a lung blower, driving the knees into the spine of John Cena. Pentagon Jr. had a shot at the NLW World Championship a few months back against Seth Rollins. Very nearly walked out as the champion. Wants to walk out here tonight as the Rumble winner and go to Mania to challenge Rollins, who right now is still the world champion after defeating Bret Hart. Pentagon hit the Penta driver on John Cena as an armbar, and Rude with a headlock onto Pentagon, and now the education reverse sharpshooter from Edge, and now a sleeper, and now an ankle lock. And pardon my phrasing, but this is like a human centipede of submission maneuvers. Actually, that's a terrible mental image. Get that out of your minds. But still, bodies everywhere. Ospreay on the outside. 630 splash. Breaks up all the action. What incredible athleticism from Will Ospreay as we await number 11. And here it is to serenade us. Here's Aiden English, and well, Aiden English usually hanging around with Rusev. Rusev not out here yet, and it looks as if Aiden isn't in any rush to get to the ring. And can you blame him? He's just biding his time, waiting patiently, and Aiden English, I think he might just be happy to wait for his heavy Rusev to get into this match. We'll take a look at the replay of this incredible athleticism from Will Ospreay, the 630 splash onto all of the prone bodies on the outside. As Pentagon tries to get rid of Ospreay, and we're nearly at our next entrant, folks, and Aiden English still hasn't entered the ring. Well, whoever number 12 is, Aiden's probably going to have to come face to face with them. But who's it going to be? Oh my! The big dog is here, and he looks into the eyes of Aiden English, and there's a Superman punch to Aiden English. Roman Reigns going after Aiden with the spear, and it may not be long for Aiden English in this matchup as he gets thrown to the outside by Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns has had his trouble with the Horsemen, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson recently on Metal, as well as their protege, Intercontinental Champion Cody Rhodes. But they're not out here yet, but Roman Reigns vowed to eliminate Cody if he got in his way. There's a spinebuster by Bobby Roode. Glorious as it was, he better stop posing and start fighting. That's exactly what he's doing, going after the weakest man in this match. He entered at number 1 and he's still in it. John Cena being choked out now as we await number 13. And here comes yet another NLW alumni who has formerly been the world champion, AJ Styles. This man defeated The Undertaker for the World Championship at WrestleMania at one time. He won Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. He wants to go back and win the Metalweight Championship at WrestleMania 4. And Misses the goal for the sunset flip into the Stars Clash for Rhino. Rhino thrown over the top, and a Pele from AJ eliminates the Man Beast. AJ Styles was so close when we had our G1 climax to crown a Metalweight champion. He was so close to defeating Samoa Joe. He wants to get back into the spotlight by winning this Rumble, but there's a cheeky Nando's kick from Ospreay and a German to AJ Styles. Well, Bate has the right idea, holding onto the bottom rope for dear life, and well, it's time for some lucha action. Here comes Kalisto, who is always an exciting one to watch, rolls into the ring and immediately delivers a Salida del Sol to our last NLW World Champion. Edge taken down, and look at that quickness. Could barely call it. The arm drag from Kalisto to Tyler Bate. And now breaking up the action between Ospreay and AJ. And now Kalisto going after AJ Styles. Make a name for yourself, kid. There's a drop kick from Penta. But now Styles going for the Stars Clash. Turn around to Rana and another Rana from AJ Styles. So quick. And there's a rolling kick from Kalisto. Now Kalisto. Oh, the super kick from Pentagon Jr. Wiping out Kalisto. And now going after Ospreay, but there's the boots up. And who's going to be number 15? We're halfway through this Royal Rumble matchup. And the entrance, and oh no, Kaze Ninare. Here comes the evil Minoru Suzuki with a drop kick that turns Will Ospreay inside out, and a penalty kick which may have destroyed the ribs of AJ Styles. Minoru Suzuki has had some vicious battles with the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura and Daniel Bryan in his short NLW tenure, and here on his first pay-per-view wants to win it and win the Royal Rumble by going to WrestleMania and facing the champion Tyler Bate on the top rope with a corkscrew press, but Edge had the knees up. Now Edge throws him to the outside and spears out Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate is gone from this Royal Rumble. But you have to give credit to him. An incredible performance from Tyler Bate. And here comes Minoru Suzuki from behind with the choke, the sleeper applied onto Edge. And Kalisto manages to get out of that one, but rude from behind. And here comes a man who's arguably one of the favourites in this contest. Someone who's had an incredible run of form on NLW recently. The American Dragon, Daniel Bryan. There's a drop kick in the corner. And now, a back suplex. Daniel Bryan has picked up numerous victories over the past few weeks. The only blemish on his record was a loss to Bret Hart. But aside from that, he's been undefeated in the past several weeks. But AJ Styles stops him dead with a phenomenal forearm. In fact, Bryan got the win last week in a 10-man tag over that man, Minoru Suzuki. He delivers a gut-style pile drive to Edge. Edge feeling the effects of that one. And here comes AJ Styles to attack Cena again. And the two luchadors battling on the other side. There's Pentagon and Kalisto, and Will Ospreay has a hold of Ken Shamrock, and there's the moonsault into the neckbreaker from AJ. Such a smooth, slick transition from AJ Styles. And when you want to talk about slick, you have to talk about this man. I would argue the most athletically gifted wrestler in the world today. The man that gravity forgot, Neville, does the Hurricane Rana to Bryan and collapses him in the corner. Now Neville, watch this folks, it's a thing of beauty. The Red Arrow. Red Arrow connects to Daniel Bryan. May have crushed his ribs. But there's Rude from behind onto Neville, the former X Division champion. And now has Suzuki, but tries to punch him off that top rope. But Suzuki had the wherewithal to turn it into an armbar in the ropes. As AJ held now, and now Rude with a DDT onto Neville, who flips up onto his feet. And he taunts him again, but here comes Cena! F you over the top. Attitude adjustment eliminates the glorious Bobby Roode. Not a glorious night for him, despite lasting a fair while. And now the Attitude Adjustment into a set powerbomb to Roman Reigns. Great teamwork there by Cena and Reigns, but poor Neville just got battered. But who's next? Who's going to enter at number 18? The crowd erupts! The underdog from the underground emerges for the first time here in NLW. Here is Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn with a Blue Thunder Bomb. And you never know who is going to show up in the NLW Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn, his first appearance here in NLW, to a standing ovation, and then a lever kick eliminates fellow Canadian Edge. Clocking him square in the face, and Edge is gone, courtesy of Sami Zayn. And Zayn works on Minoru Suzuki, but there you see Neville using Cena as a springboard to deliver a Phoenix Splash, and the Robinson Special followed it up from Ospreay. I don't like the look of this for Kalisto. Out on the apron there with Pentagon Jr. And oh my god! Oh my god! Fear Factor package pile driver on the apron, and Kalisto is gone. And here comes the A-lister, The Miz. He's been back on winning ways of late. Got a victory over DDP a few weeks ago, although suffered defeat to him this past week on Metal. Miz hoping for some good fortune here. As for the love of God! Mexican Destroyer obliterates The Miz. That is not the start to a Royal Rumble you want if you're The Miz. Look at this again. First of all, this vicious package pile driver on the apron to eliminate Kalisto, and then Pentagon just ran off the back of John Cena and delivered a Mexican Destroyer, that flipping pile driver, to The Miz. And The Miz has no idea where he is. He's on the outside, not eliminated though. I mean, he might as well be. He has no idea where he is. And the ring now filling up with wrestlers quickly. But who's going to be number 20? We're a third of the way through now. And there's a lot of wrestlers in the ring. Maybe it's time for someone to clean it up. The cleaner, Kenny Omega, with a V-trigger to The Miz. Omega comes into the ring now, and what a face-off this is. Kenny Omega from NLW, AJ Styles from Metal, staring each other down, and there's a snap tiger suplex to AJ Styles. A guillotine from Zayn as well on Minoru Suzuki, and now you can escape Daniel Bryan, hit with a moonsault. Remember what happened at last year's WrestleMania, with possibly one of the greatest NLW matches of all time between Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan. And Ospreay eliminated here. Wait a minute, no he's not. Well, Shamrock thought he'd eliminated Ospreay, but Ospreay's feet landed on the barricade. And Ospreay escapes elimination, jumping from the barricade back into the ring. Great innovation from Ospreay. As Pentagon and Omega work over each other there. And Ospreay and... oh, here it comes. Here he comes. The X-Division champion, Marty Scurll. Marty looks into the eyes of Ospreay. These two have had quite a storied past. Oh, but a low blow from The Miz. And now Marty takes out Ospreay. And there's a kick from Marty Scurll. Marty from the outside eliminates Will Ospreay here. Oh my god, and a brainbuster on the ramp. Well, a few weeks back, Skrull defended the X Division Championship successfully by clocking Will Ospreay in the head with an umbrella, and now he makes sure that Ospreay does not go to WrestleMania to face the champion. There's a head scissors applied from Zayn to Reigns, but the villain continuing his villainous ways, now going after Daniel Bryan. Suzuki working over, being worked over I should say, by Ken Shamrock. Skrull and Bryan there. And you want to talk about favourites. This man may be one of the favourites to fly under the radar. He's a former Olympic gold medalist. And he eliminates The Miz with a belly-to-belly over the top rope. Kurt Angle remained undefeated in this company for nearly 3 years. And he wants to go to WrestleMania and win the world title in front of a record-breaking crowd. Turns Neville inside out with a German suplex. And now the angle slam to AJ Styles. Metal's own Kurt Angle. With a lot on his plate. Yeah, as he gets tripped up by Shamrock. With the ankle lock. Ankle lock applied in the centre of the ring to Angle. Who's being worked over effectively here by the former UFC champion. But rolls through into an ankle lock of his own. Kurt Angle wrenching on that ankle. And there's a 5-knuckle shuffle from John Cena. And now, here comes number 23. The Viper, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton, who this past week made sure that Sting was not going to enter this match. And a shoulder block into an RKO. From out of nowhere, Randy Orton delivers the RKO. And an RKO to Roman Reigns as well. Randy Orton like a house on fire. Here early on, and there is the phenomenal forearm turn into a mid-air RKO. And now working over Sami Zayn. Zayn though pushes himself free. And now South Springboard into an RKO. Randy Orton 3 weeks ago on NLW punted the NLW Commissioner Stone Cold Steve Austin in the skull, and we've not seen him since. He then did the same to Sting last week. And he ended the career of Neville there with a vicious lariat. Turning Neville inside out. My God, who's going to be able to stop the Viper? Well, what is this about? Well, would you look who he is? It's the Hangman, Adam Page, an elite competitor making his debut here in NLW with a clothesline to Randy Orton. Just like Sami Zayn, you never know who's showing up in the Rumble. Reverse backdrop and a shooting star press from Adam Page. And now the Hangman looking to collect ransom on some of these wrestlers, and there's a shot from Penta. But stops himself from getting eliminated. Another buckshot lariat from Hangman Page to Pentagon Jr. I would argue this is the best field of talent in any Royal Rumble match in any Royal Rumble in NLW history. I mean, it has to be. Just look at the talent in the ring right now. John Cena, Kurt Angle, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, the list goes on and on. And you can now add the most Roman men to that list. Has to be up there in terms of the biggest wrestlers in NLW history, but Zayn tries to fight him, but gets pounced out of the ring. Braun Strowman, freaky strength, pounces Zayn over the top rope And he's gone from this Rumble. And Minoru Suzuki, surely not going to go for a pile driver on the 400-pound man. No, he's not. Suzuki backdrop. And there's an elimination, another one from the Master Among Men, Braun Strowman, who picks up AJ with ease and delivers a power slam. Can anybody stop Braun Strowman? Oh my, we may have our answer. Well, he threw him over the top, wrote last week on Metal, and he wants to do the same here tonight. Shamrock goes right after Strowman, as here comes yet another entrant into this Royal Rumble match. He was the second man to announce his intentions to enter this match when he debuted on NLW several weeks ago, and goes right after John Cena. In fact, it was John Cena who beat Rusev in Rusev's NLW debut. And John Cena being worked over by Rusev in a super kick. Just kidding, from Mighty Skull, who delivers the pile driver to Bryan. The Bulgarian Brute, and oh, look at that now. Good press, no! Look at the power! As the rage fills up in Shamrock, and he gets rid of the big man! Braun Strowman! Braun Strowman is gone! Ken Shamrock eliminates the monster! RKO! From out of nowhere! And throws out Ken Shamrock. Well, he lasted half an hour in this match. It's certainly impressive. But the Viper takes care of Ken Shamrock. Oh my. Well, the lights have dimmed. And number 27 about to make his eerie presence felt. And you can see the look of terror. There's so many eyes in the ring, and the lights go out again. And look who it is, he's behind you, mate! The Undertaker! With a chokeslam to the legend killer Randy Orton. And the Undertaker, last week on NLW, returned to seek vengeance and send a message to Pentagon. But now Skull goes after him, but throttled by the throat. Now Skull breaks the fingers of the Undertaker. And what's the chicken wing? But thrown out! The Undertaker gets rid of the X-Division champion, Mighty Skull. And now AJ goes after Undertaker, but the penalty call for the tombstone. And we remember the classic rivalry that AJ and Undertaker had a match at WrestleMania 2, and a match inside Hell in a Cell. And as the Undertaker surveys the damage he's done, he looks to the entranceway and sees number 28, the man who debuted in our last Royal Rumble, and is looking to win this one. Roundhouse kick to the Undertaker, and you can see now there's a reverse exploder to Hangman Page, but Pentagon goes right after the Undertaker. After all, it's Pentagon who buried the Undertaker alive several months ago, and the Undertaker only just returned last week. And Undertaker would love for nothing more than to eliminate Pentagon Jr. from the Royal Rumble and vice versa. There you see Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega. Rusev now goes after Shinsuke, but thrown over the top rope, but hangs on just about. But now King shots a knee. Vicious knee strike eliminates the Bulgarian Brute. Shinsuke eliminates Rusev, but there's a big clothesline from Roman Reigns. Only two more men to enter this match. You wonder who they're going to be. Shinsuke taken down by Roman Reigns. And here comes number 29, the Intercontinental Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, accompanied by his mentor Ric Flair. And oh, wait a minute, what the hell? That's Arn Anderson. That's Arn Anderson handing Hangman Page a chair to the spine of Roman. And it's a setup. Goes for the... Oh no, he went for the wild passage, but instead Hangman's eliminated. Powerbombed over the top by Reigns, but there's a chair shot to eliminate Roman from behind. But with the help of Hangman Page with that chair, Cody Rhodes has eliminated Roman Reigns. And now goes after Arn Anderson. What the hell is this? Why is Adam Page helping the Horseman? The rite of passage on the floor. And look at this. Flair and Anderson helping Adam Page. What the hell is this about? Well, at least Cody's still in this match. And thanks to Cody and Hangman, Roman's gone. Well, 5 seconds to go. Only one man remains. Who is number 30 in the Royal Rumble? Well, this is not a debut. This is a homecoming. Since last WrestleMania, when he lost the X-Division Championship, and ever since then, the buzz surrounding this man has been monumental, and with more fanfare than ever before he's back. Hiroshi to AJ Styles. Number 30 is Adam Cole, baby. And meanwhile, Pentagon tries to break the arm of Undertaker, but instead Taker gets out of it and chokeslam through the table straight to hell for Pentagon Jr. Pentagon sent crashing through the wood at the hands of the Phenom. Pentagon is gone. Well, that's what you get for burying him alive all those months ago. The Undertaker gets rid of Pentagon Jr. And now, The Undertaker goes after Shinsuke Nakamura as Adam Cole goes right in the face of John Cena. Can you believe it? Adam Cole is back. And it sounds like the NLW crowd missed him, but Omega with a suplex dropping down onto Adam Cole, and there's a sneak eyes. Shinsuke Nakamura with a V-trigger. Oh, Undertaker over the top rope with a V-trigger. The dead man's gone. Kenny Omega gets rid of the Undertaker. That has to be one of the biggest shocks in the Rumble so far, perhaps ever. As Cody tries to get rid of Kenny Omega, but thrown over the top with a drop kick. Daniel Bryan eliminates Cody Rhodes. The Intercontinental Champion gone now. Bryan gets rid of him. But there's a forearm from AJ Styles. And now Kenny Omega gets insecuried by Adam Cole. And John Cena, who's been in it since the beginning, he's still here. As Bryan wants to make short work of AJ Styles, tries to eliminate him here. Shinsuke still here too. There's a punch from AJ Styles. Springs in. He's caught with a super kick from Adam Cole. Cole with a kick to AJ Styles and throws out AJ Styles. And the crowd is not happy with that. Adam Cole picking up right where he left off when he left. Eliminates AJ Styles. And Adam Cole, baby, gets RKO'd. From out of nowhere, there's Orton. And now Orton again with the RKO to the King of Strong Style. Nakamura down. Now Orton has his sights set on the Olympian. Goes to the RKO, but reversed over the top. Kurt Angle used the momentum of Orton against him. And Randy Orton is gone. The Legend Killer will not be challenging for the world title at WrestleMania. Well, he took care of Austin, he took care of Sting, couldn't take care of Kurt Angle, but there's the attitude adjustment from John Cena to Angle. And we're down to our final 6. Goes for the knees. But now Cena with a springboard stunner. And Omega with the one-winged angel. There are only 6 men in this match left. Bryan. Omega. Whoa! Make it 5. Omega. Need. Right out of the ring and right out of the Royal Rumble. Kinshasa sends Omega out. And Nakamura waves him goodbye, but there's a heel kick to the back. Oh, but wait a minute, here comes Adam Cole with a Panama Sunrise to Shinsuke Nakamura. Now only 5 men remain. Adam Cole, John Cena, Kurt Angle, Shinsuke Nakamura, or Daniel Bryan. One of them will go to WrestleMania as the winner of the Rumble and will challenge the champion. And now Adam Cole marking John Cena, goes for a punch and oh! Adam Cole backdropped out by John Cena. Just like that, Adam Cole is gone. And Cole cannot believe it. He's on the apron now, just trying to make sense of it. He's trying to get the attention of Cena, but Cena having none of it. And Adam Cole is, wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? To elimination. Those 2 men, that's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. What the hell are they doing here? And they're getting rid of John Cena from the Royal Rumble match. My God, what the hell is this? That's Red Dragon, better known as the Undisputed Era. Super kick and a suplex sends John Cena right through the announce table. So what the hell? Just because you're eliminated from the match, you want to take the opportunity away from a legend like Cena? I have a feeling that Adam Cole had this backup plan all along. We'll take a look at this again. First a super kick and then Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish sending Cena through the table. Well, Adam Cole is back in NLW and he didn't come alone. He brought the Undisputed Era with him. And the Undisputed Era have ended Cena's dream of going to WrestleMania. Well, as that all goes down, now we only have 3 men remaining. The final 3 in the Royal Rumble match. Kurt Angle, Shinsuke Nakamura or Daniel Bryan. One of these men is going to Mania. A roundhouse kick from Shinsuke. Right at the starting block. Now German suplex, no. Roll through. Victory roll and a stomp from Shinsuke. Now how's him? First exploder to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle from metal. Shinsuke Nakamura and Daniel Bryan compete on the NLW brand. Going for the Kinshasa now. But misses. Angle from behind. German suplex. Rotates Nakamura over. And now Angle fires up. There's Bryan. A China suplex. To Kurt Angle. And Nakamura on his knees. And there's a kick from Daniel Bryan. And now kicks. Angle and kicking both of them now. We are a final one on Shinsuke. Headlock. Pushes him into a belly-to-belly from Kurt Angle. And a knee to the back of the skull. Nakamura may have knocked out Kurt Angle indefinitely. And Nakamura measures his man. Goes for the knee. The Psycho knee. Takes out Nakamura. Bryan eliminates Shinsuke. Shinsuke Nakamura is gone from the Royal Rumble. Shinsuke can't believe it. The running knee sent Shinsuke flying over the top. And now we are down to the final 2. They lock eyes. Headbutt. Chop. German. Another German. One of these men, Kurt Angle or Daniel Bryan, is walking into WrestleMania to challenge their brand's champion. For Daniel Bryan, it means a showdown with NLW champion Seth Rollins. For Kurt Angle, it means a showdown with Metal champion Tetsuya Naito after he cashed the Money in the Bank earlier tonight. That at least seems the most likely scenario. But you never know. Here in NLW, he had the ankle. It got turned around into the yes lock. But Bryan got punched away. And now Bryan with the angle slam. Using Angle's own finisher onto him. Daniel Bryan has been in this match longer than Kurt Angle. An Angle with a massive clothesline. We also have to consider how much Bryan's been competing as of late just to try and get a championship opportunity. Kurt Angle now with the label lock applied onto Daniel Bryan. But Bryan's trying to reverse the pressure of his own hold, using it against him. And he can return the favour now. The ankle lock from Daniel Bryan. In the centre of the ring. Bryan wrenching on that ankle. But was throwing Bryan over the top. But he hangs on just about. And now there's Angle. Oh, he went over the top rope as well. And this is a very dangerous position. Precarious for both men. And Bryan's got one hand on that top rope. But he holds on. Both men back in. And a vicious kick to the side of the skull. And now, the ankle lock. Earlier, it was the Psycho knee turned into the ankle lock, and this time, Bryan was tripped up. But Bryan tries to fight his way free, and he does. But that ankle, you can tell, it's really causing a lot of pain, especially after the instant. Can't even turn it out, no! Angle hangs on as Bryan collapses at that ankle. And now the angle slam, no! The yes lock! Yes lock! But look at Angle! Batters that ankle. And kicks himself free, does Bryan. Bryan, though, limping towards him and caught into the angle slam. Caught, and over the top he goes! Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle is going to WrestleMania! Kurt Angle has won the Royal Rumble! He is going to Mania! He's going to fight the champion! And Bryan is devastated. And can you blame him? Well, we'll take a look at the replays of the final stages. It was the knees turned into a powerbomb. And then the angle slam. Both men back in, and we thought that kick was it for him. But here, that ankle had already been worked on by Kurt Angle. And when Bryan tried to do the knees again, tried to run at him, all he could do was limp. He didn't have enough strength on that ankle, and that's what caught him out. That's how Angle caught out Bryan, the limp, the snap angle slam, and a clothesline over the top rope. Kurt Angle's going to WrestleMania. And it's a damn shame for Daniel Bryan, because don't get me wrong, he has put in so much damn heart, so much effort to get here tonight. He's been winning match after match after match, trying to regain his reputation. However, Kurt Angle on this night was just a little bit better. He is currently the best. He outlasted 29 others, and he is going to WrestleMania. Congratulations to Kurt freaking Angle.